New Jersey has been forced to add new fighters, but still goes with a solid core that includes the devastating knockout power of Muna Holland, Uriah Hall, and John James. Their stories have been inspiring, but tonight, for one of them, the season ends. Tonight, in the World Combat League, they were the underdogs of the Eastern Conference. First, New York upset the #1 seed, Miami Force. Not to be outdone, New Jersey beat defending champions St. Louis on their home turf. New York's young Leo Valdivia stunned all with his shocking 12-second knockout in the playoffs' first round. And Jennifer Santiago has developed into an all-around combat martial artist. New Jersey has been forced to add new fighters, but still goes with a solid core that includes the devastating knockout power of Muna Holland, Uriah Hall, and John James. Their stories have been inspiring, but tonight, for one of them, the season ends.
Welcome to the Freeman Coliseum in San Antonio, Texas, home of tonight's Eastern Conference Finals of the World Combat League between the New York Clash and New Jersey Tigers. Hello, everyone. Todd Kennel here, along with Richard Norton and Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham, here to bring you all the action. Now, gentlemen, they say everything's bigger here in Texas, and heading into the playoffs, these two teams were Texas-sized underdogs. But Richard, after scoring two of the biggest upsets in WCL history, these two have a shot to go on to the finals. What are some of the keys to victory inside the combat zone tonight?
Well, I tell you, Todd, one of the main matches I'm looking forward to is the rematch between the Tigers' Muna Holland and the Clash's Jenny Santiago. The last time these two fought, Muna Holland comes out and beats Santiago 15-9, and the second time Santiago comes out with a broken hand and beats Muna Holland 15-8. Incredible match. And of course, Petey, in the cruiserweight division, another great match is the Tigers' Uriah Hall against Jamie Fletcher.
Uriah Hall is a great point scorer, 5 wins, 2 knockouts. I mean, you got to give the kid credit for that. However, he's up against Jamie Fletcher, a Muay Thai fighter, kickboxer, and an MMA fighter. I mean, this kid brings in a lot of experience, and that could spell upset.
Yeah, upsets again are huge, but knockouts so important here in the WCL. You mentioned it with Hall, and both teams have some practitioners of pain. How about Leo Valdivia for the Clash, the youngster, the 19-year-old coming into his own in the playoffs, and of course, Big John James for the Tigers.
Big John James. That guy never fails to impress with his flexibility. He can kick anybody in the head. But don't forget the secret weapon from Mike Conroy's camp in Patrick Barry, a phenomenal K1 kickboxer with devastating leg kicks. Obviously, I would imagine Petey Barry's whole philosophy is going to come in and just chop away at that supporting leg of James.
Richie, chop those legs. I mean, this is a no-brainer. You have a guy who could kick you in the head, take you out with one shot. I say chop his legs, take him out with one shot.
And we're getting set for action in the Eastern Conference Finals, and here you see the New York Clash riding high on a wave of momentum from that huge upset victory over the Miami Force, one of the biggest upsets in World Combat League history. The Clash have really fortified and changed up their roster with new additions like Patrick Barry, Peter, as you mentioned, and Jennifer Santiago back from injury. So this team looking good, all orchestrated by their coach, Mike Conroy.
Mike Conroy took over coaching for New York mid-season, and he has them focused. And now we take a look at Tiger Schulman's New Jersey Tigers. And of course, the New Jersey Tigers, also a huge underdog going into the playoffs, and they upset the defending WCL champions, the St. Louis Enforcers. So now these two Cinderella teams getting ready to posture and square off, but only one can wear the glass slipper tonight.
And for the loser, their carriage is going to turn into a pumpkin. But as we saw in the first round of the playoffs, anything is possible in the World Combat League.
All right, guys, the two teams making their way out of the combat zone. Again, guys, a shot to battle for the championship on the line.
Absolutely. This is what it's all about. This is their big chance. They get through this, they fight one more time, and they're the champions.
Here you see Coach Danny Schulman. His Tigers will be on the prowl for a shot at the championship. Let's break down the rules of combat. 6 fighters per team. Each will compete in a 3-minute round in the first and second half. All punching, kicking strikes are legal. Knees only above the waist. And there you see the penalties. Have to try and avoid them. 3 judges score the fights using the 5-point must system. Knockouts are huge. They can widen the gap or close it. And fighter points are added to the overall team score.
This is such a great thing for Chuck. I mean, this was his brainchild and everything. Obviously with Chuck's passion for the martial arts, and especially keeping the integrity, of the martial arts, which we don't see so often with a lot of different, leagues that are going on these days. But, the respect is there, the etiquette is there, and of course the knockout power is there.
When we return, Abraham Hahn for the Clash and Tom Grimmer for the Tigers step into the combat zone for the very first time, making their debuts as we kick off the Eastern Conference Finals next. Welcome back to the Freeman Coliseum in San Antonio, Texas. And it is time for some action, and the stakes are high here in the Eastern Conference Finals. We're going to kick things off with 2 men making their World Combat League debuts. It's going to be Abraham Hahn taking on Tom Grimmer. There you see the particulars, the strength of Grimmer, Taekwondo, and Abraham Hahn, a very accomplished boxer. Speaking of which, here he comes. He's a multiple-time Golden Gloves champion. He has over 120 kickboxing fights. So although he makes his WCL debut, he is a seasoned fighter at a very young age. Fighting's a family tradition. It's in his blood. He started when he was only 4 years old because his father was a martial artist. Let's see if it pays off. And here comes Grimmer.
He looks very relaxed, guys. He looks really kickback coming in. I trust that he's up and he's hot and he's ready to go.
Again, look at the multi-Golden Gloves championship background of Abraham Hahn. He's had over 120 fights in kickboxing. And of course, on the other side, Peter, you got Tom Grimmer here. Rob Carmen is his inspiration. I mean, who better to be inspired by than Rob Carmen?
But the greatest pound-for-pound kickboxer in the West.
Here we go, a shot at the finals on the line. And guys, how important is it to get the momentum going for your team in this first contest?
Oh, there's no question. I mean, imagine if you can score a knockout for your team and get that 15-0 start. That's incredibly inspiring for your team. Both fighters creating a lot of good kicks here.
Nice, guys. I'm seeing a pattern here already. I see here Hahn is using that left leg to keep his man at bay and then scoring big and heavy with his hands. There it is again.
Oh, there's a nice right hand and following up to the body with Hahn.
Nice body work right here. Nice, over the top, right back with the legs. There it is again. There's that front leg.
That's a great attack to the body by Hahn. You notice when Grimmer tends to just keep his hands up and clinch, Hahn is doing the right thing by attacking the body. Oh, look at that, a left round kick to the head by Hahn.
Wow, really letting his hands go here is Hahn. And again, guys, it's Hahn's debut, but WCL, a family tradition. His sister, Jennifer Hahn, a competitor for the St. Louis Enforcers.
I'm seeing a knockout here, guys.
There's a knockout coming up here. Grimmer's on the way back. He's up in the apron. Just what a debut for Hahn. Look at that. Oh, there he goes. Grimmer's standing back. He's seeing stars, Petey. He may get back up. It's pretty hard to shake that off.
Hahn smells the kill, and he's going in for, look at that, he's going in for the finish.
Yeah, Hahn smelling blood in the water here, gentlemen. Going to put him away.
Yeah, Grimmer's just got to try and hang on. That's why he's trying to clinch. That's your instinct, is try and just hang on and neutralize a fighter. Look at that.
There you go. Beautiful. Now he's got to be a little careful, though. And they said, drowning man will take you with him. So he's got to watch out. They don't rush into something.
And Grimmer has to try and avoid the knockout. Again, we talked about it. You don't want to give up 15 points.
No, that's an incredible incentive for your team. You get those 15-0 points, that's fantastic. There he goes, Grimmer down on the mat. I'd be very surprised if he's able to keep going, Petey. He's up again. Once again, we always see the WCL fighters with incredible heart,
Incredible heart. But definitely, again, Hahn knows he's got his man. I think he's pouring it on him. And definitely, Grimmer's showing a lot of heart by hanging in there. But I think this is over.
Yeah, well, we've got 1 minute left to go. Grimmer's got to really try and hang on. Hahn again attacking the body. There's a nice left hook by Hahn. Both fighters trading knees. Fighters telling him to just fight out of those clinches. Oh, there's a left hook. There's a beautiful left hook by Hahn. Puts Grimmer down. I tell you what, hats off, though, to Grimmer for just getting up each time. I mean, how easy is it to just stay down,
It's easy to stay down, but this kid's got some heart. Look at that.
Look at Hahn going after him.
Hahn
there's
attack.
on the left hand.
Can Grimmer weather the storm with 30 seconds to go?
Look at this, Todd, 20 seconds left.
Oh, my God.
Brahim is still hanging in there. There's Hahn again.
This kid,
left and right.
This kid's
Hahn,
amazing.
look at the pace.
This kid is
Oh, my goodness. And guys, if this is any indication on what's to come in this conference finals, what an incredible pace we're off to.
Guys, we have a TKO. I see the referee just waved it off. That's it for this fight. Hahn, amazing.
These two fighters making their debut, as you said, Todd. Think of the experienced fighters to follow.
Wow, a big jump in the lead there to the New York Clash, and Abraham Hahn making WCL victories a family tradition along with his sister, Jennifer.
For a debut fight, that was wonderful. I mean, that was a great performance by Hahn.
All right, let's take a look at some of the action. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this fight. There was some great action here early.
Yeah, it was an overhand right from Hahn. Missed his mark. He managed to put Graham back out of the mat. Nice attack to the body there with the straight left.
Hahn came into this fight, Richie, establishing himself right away, taking the lead, taking charge, and just pouring it on his man.
Absolutely. There's that left hook to put Graham down on the mat. Beautiful left hook from Hahn. There it is again. Nice ranging left hook. Overhand right.
All right, let's make it official. The knockout victory and the rookie for the Clash, Abraham Hahn, paying big-time dividends early on in this matchup. And there you see it, 17-1 when you factor in the penalty point. What an impressive debut for the youngster. And as a result, the New York Clash jump out to a big 16-point lead early. Let's go now to some comments in the back from Abraham Hahn.
Sorry, I want to go out with a bang, but I don't want to be too careless. And I think I was careless quite a bit, but luckily I had a lot of heart. My punches that did landed. I think I need to stay more patient in the second half. And I can get another victory.
When we come back, Leo Valdivia takes on Raji Bryson Barrett in our second fight. Great crowd on hand here in San Antonio. And when we return, more Eastern Conference Finals action. Welcome back to the Freeman Coliseum in San Antonio, Texas, as the road to the WCL Championship continues with our second fight in the Eastern Conference Finals, as Leo Valdivia, who has been very impressive in the playoffs, takes on a man making his debut, Raji Bryson Barrett, who looks to turn things around for the Tigers, who are down by 16, but it won't be easy because this guy, Leo Valdivia, has been on a roll. Guys, so the New York Clash have some momentum going, and speaking of momentum, how about this kid, only 19 years old, Leo the Beast Valdivia. He's been just that in the playoffs. 2 big wins against Miami.
Valdivia, what a phenomenon this kid is. As you said, 19 years of age, sport karate background, but boy does he use that to advantage in the WCL rules with his angling, with his use of his footwork. His defensive footwork, Petey, is phenomenal.
What I like about this kid, he's got great punching power, and this kid goes and goes and goes. I mean, he is what the WCL is all about. Constant action, steady stream action, steady action.
Now let's not discount Bryson Barrett for the New Jersey Tigers, a great MMA record, second-degree black belt. Look at that. Look at Bryson Barrett taking the fight now to Valdivia.
Well, Bryson did his homework. He knows he's got to jump on this kid because there you go, this kid brings it.
Yeah, Bryson Barrett knows he has to come in here and take the fight to him and slow that momentum. Big overhand right attempt there by Valdivia.
Yeah,
again, you don't want to go rushing a puncher too hard now.
No, exactly, and Barrett's got to keep those hands up. You know, Valdivia's got knockout power, and you can't afford to go in with those hands slightly low. And the other thing Valdivia's got are these phenomenal kicks. Have you seen the power?
There's that power. There's that beautiful right hook.
Right hand, did some damage.
We're talking about this kid's punching power. Look at those legs.
Knee there by Bryson Barrett, trying to slow down Valdivia, who picking up right where he left off against Miami. He has been on the attack.
Bryson Barrett really taking the fight to Valdivia, though. He's certainly not intimidated, Petey.
Not intimidated, but I see a little bit of caution here developing.
Well, and for good reason, right? There you go, for there with that long-ranging left that almost caught Barrett on the chin.
Now the Tigers can certainly not afford 2 consecutive knockout losses. Nice leg kick there.
Barrett, nice leg kick, and that's what you got to do with someone like Valdivia. You got to chop those legs away. It takes away his ability to put weight on that leg to put a lot of power in the punches.
But you guys think of his strategy now. I mean, look at Valdivia. He's on the bike. He's moving around. You know what I'm saying? He's sticking and moving, actually.
Which is his strength, as we know. Valdivia's just got great ring craft, and as I said, his defensive footwork is second to none. Bryson Barrett now just looking, though, he's a little cautious, but he's still trying to take the fight to Valdivia, which is, of course, what he needs to do. The judges really appreciate aggression.
Good, like I said, again, Valdivia's using the ring knives, but again, there you go, inactivity.
Yeah, point for passivity there awarded to Bryson Barrett.
That's that right hand.
Barrett just caught Valdivia.
Valdivia firing
look at
that.
Valdivia again with that right leg kick to the leg of Valdivia, but look at Valdivia comes back with that right hand.
He's looking at that one sweet punch, Richie, and she's landing, you know what I'm saying? Not too effective right now, but it's landing.
Hey, but Petey, Bryson Barrett's got a good chin, right? I mean, he's been close with some shots, and he's not slowing down for anybody.
Exactly. He's really taking a fight now to Valdivia, who usually takes the fight to his opponents.
But it seems as the pace slows again, guys, somebody needs to start throwing punches in bunches, and a nice exchange there by two men.
Yeah, and as you said that, Valdivia just let go with a couple of really big overhand rights.
Didn't shake Bryson Barrett one bit.
And these
there you
penalty
go, one warning
points.
for stalling, yeah, against Valdivia. You don't want to lose those against your team.
Valdivia turning his back there momentarily. That surprised me. He might be hurt here to the body, guys.
You know what I feel with Valdivia, Todd, is he seems a little tired. You know, when I've seen him in the past, he's kept that pressure up for the whole 3 minutes. He doesn't seem to have the same amount of steam. Of course, Petey, when you got someone like Bryson Barrett beating on you.
Exactly. You know what? Great fight. That man right there, Bryson Barrett. I mean, this kid could take a heck of a punch, and I think what he did was kind of neutralize the big puncher here in Valdivia.
Yeah. And you're right, Todd. You hit a nail on the head with Valdivia. He is hurt. It seems to me he's gesturing as though he got a low blow.
Let's take a look at some of the action from this hotly contested fight. Take it, Richard.
Oh, beautiful right side kick starting off with Valdivia. There's those long-ranging left and right combinations. Another left from Valdivia.
But look at those punches that Bryson Barrett's taking. I mean, they're not even affecting this kid.
No. Oh, they gave 1 for 1. There you go, Valdivia missing his mark a little bit there. Look at that, there's that big ranging right hand from Valdivia, just clipping Bryson Barrett right on the chin.
Right now, yes, so now he's running from his man. I think he's a little hurt. There you go, I saw a knee come up.
I don't think that last knee did him any favors. Let's go to the final results. There you have it, a close fight on the scorecards, and there are the results. The New York Clash widen their lead.
I think that was a great match, Todd, right there, and I think the point scoring, you know, really showed the reality wasn't there. Two fighters just with a lot of heart, just going toe to toe.
And I thought very evenly matched.
Yeah, I'm injured, but most probably I'll go in again and just stretch it out and see what happens.
When we return, Rami Ibrahim takes on Shannon Maceo. These two no stranger to one another. They've fought in Muay Thai, and now they write another chapter to their feud in the Combat Zone as the Eastern Conference Finals continue next. Welcome back to San Antonio, Texas, as we get set for a bout in the always entertaining and explosive 147-pound weight class. And two practitioners of Muay Thai are about to go toe-to-toe. Ibrahim has garnered many titles in Muay Thai kickboxing, and Maceo has a boxing background as well, so this should be explosive.
All right, it's going to be Rami Ibrahim. Now, again, guys, the New York Clash only returning 2 starters. This is a newcomer for him because he has faced his opponent before in Muay Thai in Shannon Maceo.
Yeah, Shannon Maceo, I mean, he's another phenomenal fighter. I mean, he's had the 1 win, 2 losses, but when you watch his style, he's got he's got a boxing record of 6 wins with 2 draws, 2 KOs, a kickboxing record of 16 wins. So Maceo comes in with some pretty good cred, Speedy.
Good credit, but not a big puncher. But we'll see how busy he is in this and see how that helps him out.
There's Ibrahim starting off with the right leg kick to the leg of Maceo.
So again, I mentioned these two guys have gone at it in Muay Thai before, and there you see, wow, going upstairs.
Big left hand from Maceo caught Ibrahim. Ibrahim coming back just as strong, though. His own left-right combination. There's that inside leg kick from Ibrahim. That's a great weapon in this, right, Petey? Chop those legs down.
Nice shot.
Referee ruled that a slip, gentlemen.
Oh, inside leg kick from Maceo. He says, you want to get one back? Here it is. Both fighters are very respectful of each other, you can tell. Oh, nice again, left, inside leg kick.
That was an inside leg kick. That was not low. That was a very good kick.
Beautiful leg
shot.
kick.
But I think it really hurt his man right there.
And the Tigers here really counting on Maceo to get some momentum going. Goes for a big flying spin kick.
Beautiful jump spin kick. Just missed the mark.
There's some style points there.
Both fighters using their knees well.
Beautiful knee to the head.
It's great to see the knees in this. I mean, it's such an incredible weapon. Whoa! There it is. That right kick to the head of Maceo puts Maceo down on his back.
No, that's it. That's it.
There's no way Maceo's going to get up from that. They have got to call it. What a win for Ibrahim.
Oh, the referee waves it off. I'll tell you what. The New York Clash can count 15 more points, and Shannon Maceo momentarily was counting sheep. He was sleeping there for a second.
You know, that was unexpected. You see that Maceo right on the chin with that round kick to the head. There's a nice gesture from Ibrahim coming over. You know, nice to see the sportsmanship.
You know what? Surprise, surprise is what I'm seeing with that technique. I mean, that came out of nowhere. They were mixing it up real good, and as soon as Maceo backs up, Maceo gets hit with that boot upside the head.
But isn't that what we know about the WCL? The fact that you have to keep throwing means you also leave a lot of opening. Yes. At any time you can catch a shot. It's one thing to remain defensive, which you can't do. Once you start throwing, the openings come, and I think that's what we saw.
Let's take a look at it. It all came down to who got opened up first. Both men so aggressive. Take us through some of the action here, Richard.
Yeah, there was a nice front kick starting up from Maceo. He's got very strong legs. There's a nice left knee from Maceo. Really taking a fight to Ibrahim. Ibrahim not wanting to. Oh, there it is, that right kick right on the chin. What a beautiful shot.
Yes.
Here we go. I'm sure they're going to have another look at that shot. That was beautiful. There you go. You notice Peter Maceo leaned over to his left, and that just added the effect of that hit.
Let's take one last look at this shot. Now, what I see here is Maceo trying to hit him with that body shot as he goes down for that right hand to the body.
Oh, as it leads right over, and Ibrahim says, thank you, I'll take that one.
Beautifully timed. Here is the official result. 15-0 again because of the knockout. Tell you what, guys, that was one for the highlight reel.
Oh, man, that was phenomenal. That, again, exactly what we expect to see in the WCL. Incredible knockouts, you know, and again, as I keep saying, two fighters just putting their hearts on the line.
And as Chuck Norris loves to say, the WCL is all about the knockout.
And this was a revenge. I fought this guy twice, and I got robbed both fights. He knows that I'm gonna come with leg kicks, so I kept trying to leg kick, and then I already knew that I wanted to knock him out with the head kick, and my game plan worked. He's been fighting like that all his life. You know what I mean? All he got was hands, and he just likes to come. He's a good fighter, but he wasn't good enough.
And when we come back, the Combat Zone is where the big boys play. Patrick Berry takes on Big John James. A great crowd on hand, anticipating two big heavyweights trading heavy artillery, and it's coming up next. It is time for more great action in the Eastern Conference Finals of the World Combat League as the New York Clash battle the New Jersey Tigers. And this should be a real slugfest. Patrick Berry makes his debut, but he's got a wealth of K1 experience. He takes on a WCL veteran in John James. Berry loves to go low with the leg kick. James loves to aim and headhunt, but somebody's probably going down. All right, you touched on it. Patrick Berry. Richard, with his K1 experience, this is a big weapon that Mike Conroy bringing in for the New York Clash.
Yeah, Patrick Berry, I mean, he trained with the famous Duke Rufus, beat a good friend of mine, Stan Longanides, which nobody expected, but that's another story.
Yes.
But Petey, look at John James. We know about his kicking style. Let's see if we predicted Barry just trying to cut the legs down of James to take away some of that head kicking style.
I tell you what, also, James comes at you real hard. So now Barry's got to neutralize that so he can get those leg kicks off.
Well, absolutely. And don't forget, John James is coming in with a 7-win record in the WCL. I mean, that's no slouch. That's some experience at this style of fighting.
That's got to count for something, Rich.
And here's what's important for the Tigers, guys. John James comes out off of a big knockout victory in the playoffs, and boy, do the Tigers need a knockout from him here. They're down by 32 points.
Absolutely. There you go, straight off the bat, Barry with that leg kick. Did we ever call that?
We did pick that one
He
up.
says, I'm going to kick your legs for you before you kick me in the head.
I think James seems a little timid now. I don't see him trying to set up. Look at that.
Listen, what did we say?
There it is. There it is. He went to the head with that high shot.
No. Barry taking that kick up to the head as we expected.
And John James, that high kick, that's what brought him to the downs in the scored knockouts.
But did you see a surprise high kick from Barry up to the head?
Yeah, and again, John James' style is to just cover. He just keeps moving and inching in on his opponent, coming over those hands and follow with a leg kick. But of course, if Barry keeps up that leg kick onslaught, that's going to put, as we know, it's just so hard to put the weight on that leg once it becomes damaged, right, from the leg kicks.
Yes, it is, bro.
Oh,
there it is again. Now he's working both sides.
Attacking the legs. James doing his trademark, trying to go to the head, but Barry catches it on the gloves to slip.
When Charlie Horso's legs, it becomes so difficult to throw those head kicks that James is known for after eating those big leg kicks by Barry.
Absolutely, and as I said, Todd, the other thing is it's hard to put weight on even to throw a very powerful punch.
Yes,
Barry with his own left leg kick to the head.
High kick to the head. So Barry's letting them know that I can go high as well, maybe, but I can work those legs way better than you can.
Gee, Barry looks strong now. He really looks strong, Petey, coming into this. But again, you never discount, James. He will just pick his mark. Yourself on the open wing, as you know, the fighters cannot go up onto the red apron of the ring.
No, they can't.
Telling them to either fight down or angle off.
There it is, baby, there it is. But do you notice now how passive James is being? I mean, he's totally on the move here, on the run. Back, there you go. Those kicks are landing. They're counting for something.
And it cost him, guys, because he did get a penalty point that will be awarded to Barry for stalling when he went up into the red zone.
Yeah, I think, James has got to get busy now. While he stays out there and allows Barry to deliver those long-range leg kicks, he's going to be in trouble.
Let's go, pick it up, baby.
New Jersey is in trouble here, guys. They need James to rally, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen right now.
Yeah, James definitely got to come to task here. I mean, what have we got? 51 seconds left in this match. John James has got to just go full throttle.
6, 7, 8.
Unfortunately, with the standing egg counter here, it's going to be a tough call. I mean, we're down to 40 seconds now, and Barry still looks as strong.
There it is. And
look at that right leg kick.
That's a beautiful high kick by Barry. Again, expect him to work the legs only, but he's working it all, baby. He's going low, high,
low and high, mixing it up.
And his defense is just solid at the top.
Yeah, I mean, having said it, Barry's still got to be careful because you can never discount John James's power, that's for sure. But I think at this stage, 15 seconds left in this match, it's going to be very hard for the New Jersey Tigers to pull this one off.
And James is backing up right now. That's not going to get it out.
I see the shake already, baby.
Power of that right leg kick already from Barry.
Totally got him on the move, and that low kick is working magic. Beautiful.
And those body kicks will crack some ribs, I'll tell you that much. You mentioned that Patrick Barry, a secret weapon for the Clash. I'll tell you what, Richard, he looked to be just that.
Yeah, no question about it, Todd. Patrick Barry did exactly what he needed to do. He needed to chop those legs of John James.
John James looks beaten here, and let's go through some of the highlights.
There it is. There it's over that right round kick to the leg by Patrick Barry, just scoring. There's the inside leg this time from the right again. And as you said, Petey, now he switches up high, so he's really confusing John James.
Exactly. Get his opponent's mind off of those high kicks. Oh,
look at that. Round kick to the ribs there by Patrick Barry.
He's working it all, but there you go. High to the head.
I mean, that was caught on the arms. John James caught it on the arms and just couldn't stand the power of Patrick Barry.
All right, let's head up for the official decision. There you have it, a 15-8 victory, adding a penalty point, 16-8. And man, the Clash continue to roll on. They may very well be a team of destiny.
Every time he would punch, he'd punch with his hands straight out, but with no legs. He kept standing straight on his leg because he threw the punch without intending to land it, leaving his leg wide open for a low kick. I personally think he was hurt without me hitting him. I mean, really, I've been fighting for a while. He seemed really nervous, which is expected. I mean, I was nervous too, but you got to keep walking forward, man. This is a fight. We've got to go to war as soon as the bell rings.
Can Jamie Fletcher make yet another impressive debut for the Clash here tonight? It's not going to be easy as he takes on an absolute beast in Uriah Hall. You see the beautiful Riverwalk here in San Antonio. It's sink or swim for the Tigers. Next. As the action continues here in San Antonio, Texas for the Eastern Conference Finals, we are set for a highly anticipated match between Jamie Fletcher making his debut, but he comes in with a wealth of fighting experience. He takes on Uriah Hall. For him, getting wins has been his business, and business has been good. He is undefeated. Peter, here's the guy you were talking about, skilled in so many disciplines.
So many disciplines, and this is the kid here. this kid also has got a lot of power. So, again, when you charge ups now between but with James getting his legs all banged out, this kid brings that kind of kick, kind of power to his low kicks here. So it'll be interesting to see if he can land those kind of low kicks on Uriah Hall here.
Yeah, Uriah Hall is, great start for the New Jersey Tigers. He comes in with 5 wins for the WCL so far. Fantastic kicker.
Here we go, set for action. Both men squaring off. Uriah Hall, he's scored knockouts, 2 of them in the past. The Tigers certainly could use one here.
That was, look at that right kick to the head by Uriah Hall, then catching Fletcher. But Fletcher just using those leg kicks right off the bat there.
Right off the bat.
Straight away, he knows Uriah Hall's going to come straight back at him with that.
There you go.
Oh, jumping, spinning back kick from Uriah Hall.
Well, that's one way to get away from the leg kicks is to jump over the top of them.
Which is why Jamie Fletcher needs to work Uriah Hall's legs if he's going to...
That beautiful step with a high kick to the head from Fletcher.
Jamie Fletcher. But there he is again. Left leg kick to the head. Another one. Right into the armpit. Oh, Peter, I think you should be right. Jamie Fletcher's coming in. Man, he's a force to be reckoned for. By the way, bad news for the New Jersey Tigers, I might tell you.
Fletcher was just striking at will from all angles, upstairs, downstairs, all points in between.
He's got Uriah Hall a little nonplussed here, Petey. Jamie Fletcher, he's working low, he's got the leg kicks. And look at that, there you go. He throws that leg kick, covers up, and he knows Uriah Hall's going to come back right away with those hands.
There it is, yes.
Inside leg kick.
Well, it's Chinese working. He's reaching that overhand right. Right, just take his time to settle down and go back to his low kicks.
Yeah, Fletcher's got to keep those hands up though, because Uriah Hall has got knockout power.
Beautiful set.
Nice
hand
hand leg.
He does it again.
Look at him chop.
Chopping that leg.
Inside, outside, he's using the right leg and the left leg. Uriah Hall coming out with his own now with the left front kick to the body of Jamie Fletcher. Fletcher just keeping his hands up. Big overhand, right.
He hit it that time, and I'll tell you what, wait a second.
Beautiful spin kick to the head.
What do we say? This can go either way at any second.
Either way.
What incredible action. Can Fletcher get to his feet?
What do we say? Incredible matchups. I mean, already, this is already worth the price of admission.
This is what the World Combat League is all about.
Jamie Fletcher with those big loping overhand rights there. Uriah Hall coming in, he's trying to close, he's got to try and get a knockout for the New Jersey Tigers to try and get them back into the game.
And Fletcher was dominating until that knockdown, and now it is Uriah Hall that's really in the driver's seat because of the points scored by that knockdown, guys.
Absolutely. Peter, I mean, Jamie Fletcher looking a little more tired. Uriah Hall coming through with a lot more energy at this stage.
Tell you what, Uriah Hall got a little hurt with those low kicks. So he stepped it up. He's got superior hands, and he's really putting it all to work for him now.
Another standing A-Kent against New York Clash and Jamie Fletcher. What have we got? 17 seconds left to go in this match. Oh, boy, there was a left hand from Fletcher. Hit the mark. It was a right hand from Fletcher. Uriah Hall still pouring on now with a nice round kick there to the body.
These guys have been trading more than Wall Street. What an incredible fight.
Backwards and forwards. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal fight. I tell you what, the kid Fletcher, he lived up to our expectations here this evening because, again, he fought one of the best fighters in the WCL this evening.
Yeah, Jamie Fletcher started out strong, but then look at the way Uriah Hall came back in the second half of that match, putting Jamie Fletcher down for the 8 count. Fantastic.
You know what? Uriah is a champion. Yet.
Let's take a look at the action. I'll tell you what, there was certainly plenty of it.
Oh, look at that jumping, spinning back kick from Uriah Hall. Beautiful shot. Inside leg kick, and then from Jamie Fletcher, which worked so well for him tonight, Petey.
And even got a couple of nice high kicks off, you know. There you go, but a little shy of the mark.
Yeah, Hall managed to just redirect that. There's that right leg kick again of Fletcher's. Again, it worked so well.
Yes.
Left to the body, right leg kick to follow up. Beautiful combo. That was nice though, nice spinning. Look at that heel kick from Uriah Hall. A little bit on the arms here, but Fletcher was feeling that pressure.
We're going to go up to the final score. I'll tell you what, remains to be seen if it's going to happen. I sure hope we get to see these two go out again in the second half.
Exactly.
So the Tigers, through Uriah Hall, get a 15-3 victory, and they creep up and close the gap a little bit with that win. They needed that for some momentum.
And with that victory, maybe a little light at the end of the tunnel for the New Jersey Tigers. Let's go to these thoughts
from Uriah Hall.
Unfortunately, I wanted to be zipped to 15, but it's not over yet. We're not done. I'm not done. My motive was to knock him out, but at the same time, I was like, wait, you can't get stupid, and I don't want to waste energy. So I try to stick to basics.
But can the Tigers capitalize on that win by Uriah Hall? With one fight to go in the first half, they turn to Muna Holland, who is set to face Jennifer Santiago in a long-awaited rematch. We sat down with Muna Holland to talk about their first encounter.
When it came to Jennifer Santiago, the first bout, I felt very good. I was very excited. I was also very nervous. I think that helped to my advantage a bit. She came at me really boxing great initially, moving nicely. I knew that if I went to her body a bit, I could kind of keep her at bay. Inevitably, as she sort of was throwing a strike, I saw the chin, threw a big right hand, and that's what sent her to the mat. I felt then at that point it was sort of my fight to win. When I came out with her in the second half, I wanted that knockout, and I was going too hard for it. She came out with me with a lot of front axe kicks, a lot of fancy stuff, which sort of flustered me in the first couple of seconds of that fight. I got really ticked off about it, and then I just said, oh, Muna, come on, go through this stuff. This is just nonsense, just go through it. I finally kind of got myself together and started just walking through that stuff, trying to make angles on it, trying to have it slip off me rather than catch me. Jennifer is a great opponent. So I have to say that I didn't walk away from it feeling bad about it. Of course, I wanted to win it for my team. So I take away from every fight feeling like I have to improve. The strengths are always going to get stronger. But you can certainly always improve weaknesses.
Coming up next, it's the long-awaited rematch between Jennifer Santiago and Muna Holland. Holland gave Santiago her first ever loss in the WCL. Santiago avenged it with a broken hand. Who is going to settle the score in the rubber match? It's next. They're going to rally back. So the New York Clash looking very impressive so far. Hard to believe that they didn't win a single fight in the regular season. We've had incredible debuts, stunning knockouts. Let's now relive some of the incredible action from the first half of the Eastern Conference Finals. We started with two men making their World Combat League debuts, and boy, did Abraham Hahn do it in grand fashion, scoring the knockout victory over Tom Grimmer and putting the Clash out to a big 16-point lead. That was a big difference maker so far in the Eastern Conference Finals. And Leo Valdivia kept things rolling for the New York Clash as his momentum continues and he gains his third straight victory. And then from there, Rami Ibrahim, say good night, Shannon Maceo. Somebody called the Sandman. He puts Shannon Maceo to sleep, bringing the score to 47-15 in favor of the Clash. And then the battle of the big men. And it was Patrick Berry using his educated feet to teach John James a lesson and trying to steal the ninth life from the Panther. An impressive debut by Patrick Berry. The secret weapon for the Clash lives up to the hype. And then look at the athleticism by Uriah Hall. That flight should come with peanuts and a movie. But Jamie Fletcher was very game early and aggressive, taking the fight to Hall. But in the end, Uriah Hall just too much for Jamie Fletcher. You see that beautiful spinning back kick on the money. And a glimmer of hope for the Tigers as Uriah Hall takes out Jamie Fletcher and closes the gap. And then in the final fight of the first half, Muna Holland and Jennifer Santiago go at it yet again. And Santiago fighting through the pain. You see the pain etched on her face, but it was not enough to keep her from victory and to swing the pendulum of momentum in the Eastern Conference Finals back to the side of the New York Clash. What an incredible 6 fights we've had thus far. The second half promises to be even more dynamic as only one of these two teams, the New York Clash or the New Jersey Tigers, can move on and battle for the World Combat League Championship. For everybody at the WCL, we'll see you next time.
Tonight, in the World Combat League. They were the underdogs of the Eastern Conference. First, New York upset the #1 seed, Miami Force. Not to be outdone, New Jersey beat defending champions St. Louis on their home turf. New York's young Leo Valdivia stunned all with his shocking 12-second knockout in the playoffs' first round. And Jennifer Santiago has developed into an all-around combat martial artist. New Jersey has been forced to add new fighters, but still goes with a solid core that includes the devastating knockout power of Muna Holland, Uriah Hall, and John James. Their stories have been inspiring, but tonight, for one of them, the season ends.
Well, at halftime, it's the New York Clash, gentlemen, that are in the driving seat in the road to the championship. They're up by 32 points. The Tigers are going to have to claw their way back. They're going to need some knockouts.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, Todd, can you say knockout? Just remember, 15-0. You get 3 of those, you're well back into the game.
Right, they need all the knockouts they can get. I don't know if they're going to catch up. This is a heck of a mountain to climb.
Well, and the action has been fast. It's been furious. How about some incredible debuts we had tonight? How about Abraham Hahn taking out Grimmer and getting out to the jump for New York in the beginning?
And how about Uriah Hall and Jamie Fletcher, just like you predicted, Peter? What a war that was. I mean, incredible knockdowns. And again, it is so what the WCL presents. Just non-stop, full throttle action.
And how about Patrick Berry from K1? A huge debut, as you mentioned, the secret weapon. It's going to be interesting to see if John James can come back, if those veteran wheels can eat any more of those leg kicks tonight. As we get set for the second half to determine who's going to represent the Eastern Conference in the finals, let's go back and take a look at the action from the first half. Abraham Hahn, what an incredible debut for the New York Clash. He was on fire, taking out Tom Grimmer. This allowed New York to jump out to a big 16-point lead, and the Clash have not turned back since. And then Raji Bryson Barrett made his debut for the Tigers, but doesn't do quite as well as Hahn did, as he is stopped by Leo Valdivia, who has been on a real roll for the Clash. And then forget about it, one of the highlight real knockouts that you're going to see here in the WCL. Rami Ibrahim turns out the lights of Shannon Maceo. The big boys went at it, and Patrick Berry, he's been called a secret weapon for the Clash, and he certainly lived up to that, because John James has been a real force to be reckoned with for the Tigers. But as you see there, he was dropped by Berry, who was a kicking machine. Uriah Hall, in attempts to turn things around for the Tigers, takes to the air in a very entertaining bout with newcomer Jamie Fletcher. But in the end, Uriah Hall, just too much power and great technique. That big spinning back kick taking down Jamie Fletcher. Uriah Hall battling back for the Tigers, and would the Tigers be able to keep that momentum going? It wasn't to be, because in the final match of the first half, Jennifer Santiago and Muna Holland went at it as only they can. But Santiago, returning from a hand injury, fighting through yet another injury, seemed to have hurt her back in this matchup, but it wasn't enough to keep her down. There you see, she loves that combination of the spinning back kick, spinning back fist, stayed busier than Holland and got the win. And that brings us to a score of 81-49 after one half of action. Let's go now to the rules of combat. 6 fighters per team. Each competes in a 3-minute round in the first and second half. All punching, striking, kicks are allowed. Knees only above the waist. And the penalties, you snooze, you lose. 3 judges score using the 5-point must system. Knockouts are huge. We've seen how pivotal they can be so far. And fighters' points are added to the overall team score. We kick off the second half of the Eastern Conference Finals. Right after this, it's going to be Abraham Hahn. Can he have yet another impressive performance? He takes on alternate fighter for the Tigers, Thad Campbell, who looks to get something going for his team. The action continues right after this. It is time to kick off the second half of the Eastern Conference Finals. Welcome back, everyone, to San Antonio, Texas, and the Freeman Coliseum. And Abraham Hahn, so valuable for the Clash to begin the second half, really started things off well for New York. Can he do much the same in the second half? He takes on the toughest nails, Thad Campbell, and here comes Hahn. Second half action here in the Eastern Conference Finals. And what a debut he had earlier in Abraham Hahn. Got the KO victory to start things off, gentlemen.
As you said, what a phenomenal debut. I mean, again, this is Guy. He comes in with such good creds into the WCL, but as you know, well, you never really know because it is such a different arena from, say, boxing or even a traditional kickboxing, right, Petey?
That's right, but I love this kid's skill. Hahn, he can box, he can kick, and he's got a full game, and he's got good confidence, this kid.
All right, and he takes on Thad Campbell, an alternate fighter for the Tigers. So Coach Danny Schulman going to the bullpen. Thad Campbell is tough as nails. This kid's got a lot of guts. He stepped up for the Tigers in the past. He looks for his first WCL victory here tonight.
Oh, look at that right leg, left leg combination finishing off with a side kick from Hahn. That's dexterity, Petey.
There it is. Oh, there it is. Nice. This kid has it all, boy. He's got a full package. Great kicks, low and high, and great boxing hands.
He just works. He works both sides of the body. He goes low, he goes high, like you said, and that's the whole secret, isn't it? Your opponent never really knows what's coming and from what angle.
Little dirty boxing here out of the clinch. The referee's got to separate him, and he does.
Thad Campbell from the Tigers, though, Todd, like you said, he's experienced, though. He's a good fighter, and he's always dangerous.
And he's very tough. He has avoided the knockout before, and that's what he looks to do here, and hopefully score some points in the process.
Yeah, and Campbell has really nice defense, normally speaking, but the way that Hahn is mixing up those body shots, those leg kicks, those head kicks to that. I mean, you know.
Great fight, but guys, look at the aggression, the effective aggression of Hahn.
Oh, yeah, picks his mark beautifully.
Yeah, Hahn's such a well-rounded fighter. You talk about his Golden Gloves arsenal and background, but what about the kicks that he's thrown as well?
Like I said, beautiful. This guy's got a full package.
Very well-rounded, and these two going at it.
Halfway through now, we've got a minute and a half left in this one. Let's see if Thad Campbell can come back and put a bit of pressure back on Hahn. Let's face it, New Jersey Tigers desperately need it, but more than points, as you said, Todd, they need knockouts.
Richie, in this game, body language is everything. If you look at both these fighters,
jumping, spinning back kick from Hahn. I don't think Campbell's not going to come back from that. That will suck the life out of you.
It's done, baby. He's done and done. There you go, knockout.
It had to be. What a debut for Hahn.
Unbelievable. Came in making his debut, and he's going to leave with 2 huge knockout wins.
Gentlemen, a future star in the WCL.
No question about it. Fantastic. Hey, I bet the old bigger sister Jennifer Hahn's going to be so proud of her brother.
Definite, baby.
Guys, that kick absolutely echoed off the walls here of the Freeman Coliseum. Unbelievable. And guys, for the Tigers, does the tent start to fold now? How can they deal with the emotions of being behind by such a point margin at this point?
Look at that. Right leg kick, left kick to the body, left side kick to the body by Hahn. Just beautiful placement. There he goes again, attacking the body. Luckily, Thad Campbell went underneath that. Well, there's that jumping, spinning back kick. What a beautiful shot, Petey. Right on the mark. That just sucked the life out of Thad Campbell.
I talked about Thad Campbell coming out of the bullpen, but you want to use baseball terms. What a lead-off hitter for the New York Clash in Abraham Hahn.
Incredible.
30 points up, baby. For this one kid, Hahn. Beautiful.
Wow, and things are looking very bleak for the Tigers at this point. And one of the big reasons why is 2 dominant performances by Abraham Hahn. Let's hear more from the impressive rookie.
I was having a little problem with my hand. I heard it in the first match, so I was kind of reluctant, and every time I got in, I would try to stay in because I was kind of nervous to throw it. But my coach said, use your side kick, use your side kick. If he's open, you set him with the side kick. So I set with a side kick, and I saw it open. I was like, if I can set him up, to keep pacing it, I can throw the backhand with the back leg with power, and he did.
The Clash are rolling like a freight train. Can the Tigers derail it? Both teams go to the bench. 2 alternates about to see action as Jason Quick takes on Lyman Good, and it's coming up after the break. Welcome back to the Freeman Coliseum in San Antonio, Texas, as we're getting set for the second fight of the second half. And it's fitting that Jason Quick is taking on Lyman Good because the Clash are quickly running away with this one, and the Tigers are just hoping for something good to happen. Jason Quick, the trouble man. Can he continue to cause problems and trouble for the New Jersey Tigers? Guys, in the playoffs, he lost his last fight due to a stoppage due to a cut over his eye, and now he's back looking for some redemption.
Yeah, now he's up against Lyman Good for the New Jersey Tigers. Look at the shape of this kid, Petey.
It's Adonis right here. I mean, this kid is cut on cut. Very strong, very big puncher. Let's see how this thing turns out, baby.
Lyman Good has been very effective off the bench for the Tigers, and they need him to rally here.
Oh, which he's doing right off the bat, Todd. You called it, man. He just drove Jason Quick right over the apron, almost into the front row.
Guys, look at a little intimidation ploy right there. And he's got Jason Quick on the run.
Lyman Good for the Tigers is on the prowl here, gentlemen.
Yeah, you said about coming back to it, but you've got to remember, all these fighters have such individual pride as well as pride for their team. They're not going to lay down no matter how much they're behind, right, Petey? I mean, it's all in putting yourself on the line, and you can expect everyone to look at that left round kick from Good on the head of Quick. That was a beautiful high kick from the left leg.
Lyman Good also undefeated in his MMA exploits at 6-0, so a very good, well-rounded fighter, and those skills transferring well here to the WCL. He is undefeated.
Now, I know what happened here. I mean, he started off very strong, but now he's just going to back a little bit. Could attempt to pick from the outside, but not a good move, I'd say, against a kid like Quick. He's got great kicks, great hands, and he's got that range on him. Got a little height on him.
Yeah, and of course Lyman Good just maybe using a little strategy. Oh, look at that right hand. He was in the air. That was a Superman punch. Just caught Quick. And that's his strategy. He seems to lay off for a little bit, and then off he goes like a steam train.
And it worked beautifully. I stand corrected.
Look at this. Quick, of course, still trying to take the fight to Lyman.
Tried for the takedown there and then thought better of it again. Talked about his MMA background.
That's right. It's like, oops, wait a minute. Which arena am I in? Lyman Good just feeling it out with the right leg kick to the leg of Jason Quick. Both fighters feeling it now. There's a minute and 15 seconds left in this match.
Now, both guys be a little bit careful because they both felt the power from each other. You know what I'm saying? Everybody felt everybody's power just now. So both guys have been a little leery, a little careful right here.
But again, the Tigers down by 47, guys. They need decisive wins. They need knockouts, and right now that's not happening.
You know what? But if anyone's capable of doing it at the moment is Lyman Good. He's a powerful kid. It's going to be tough, though, as you said. Jason Quick, he's got good rings craft here.
Yes. Now, this is a very close fight, but I notice that Lyman got paralyzed 2 points. And so he's kind of fighting from a deficit right now.
Yeah, which is why he needs a knockout to do some real benefit to his team, the New Jersey Tigers. He's trying, but Jason Quick looks in pretty good shape so far here.
Good.
30 seconds to go, and Good eats another shot there by Jason Quick.
Lyman's sitting back here, but you watch out. He's going to come through like a freight train in his second now.
I don't know, fellas, if this one goes the distance, I wouldn't want to be the one to call this one.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. Judge's nightmare here as we come to the close of this battle.
He's in the red shot. Fight!
Referee trying to keep him out of the red zone. They have to angle off or fight down off the red.
Woo!
Wow.
Anybody's fight, fellas. Anybody's fight.
Anybody's fight indeed, but not enough for the Tigers. Not what they need here. Let's take a look at the action. These guys going toe-to-toe from the opening horn.
Oh, there's that hand combination from Lyman Good. Very powerful. Just drove Jason Quick right off the apron. Beautiful left leg kick to the head of Quick.
I mean, right there, Good seems to be the aggressor right here, pushing it.
Yeah, Lyman Good, look at that. Just, you know, with that fake front kick, bringing that overhand right there, just caught Jason Quick right on the butt.
Yeah, Lyman Good with the Superman punch there, trying to be some kryptonite for the clash.
And it worked. He sits back, and you know he's just waiting, and off he goes. That's one of the times when it would be a nice time for Good to throw a knee there, Petey, when that fighter's just buckled over like that.
Let's go to the official score. So the Tigers pick up a win. And with the penalty points factored in, a 4-point victory in that battle for the Tigers.
I was training basically, you know, to fight against someone who's like a big kicker, and I've trained with him actually before. And with me, it's like I like to throw heavy hands, you know, and I know that there's a major disadvantage with people who throw a lot of kicks. They come from traditional karate schools and they throw taekwondo, so I feel like the only way to kind of even it out was throwing hands against them.
As a professional fighter, I will never get knocked out. I'm very poised. I'm seasoned. I'm a seasoned veteran. If you hit me, it's not clean. I will do a little something to make you miss and make you pay. But with this fight, got MMA fighter, a little wild. He got to throw me off. I couldn't get my clean, effective shots. But one thing he wasn't going to do is drop me. My Conroy gave us life. He gives us life. He expects and demands 110%, and that's what we give him back.
And next, Rami Ibrahim tries to claim another knockout victim. He takes on David Speedy Gonzalez, who steps in for the Tigers. And the Tigers desperately need to do something to close this gap. They're down by 43 points. Back for more action in the Freeman Coliseum, San Antonio, Texas, here for the World Combat League Eastern Conference Finals. And the Tigers need to start clawing their way back into this thing, or it's going to get ugly in a hurry. Rami Ibrahim so devastating in the first round, that big knockout over Shannon Maceo. He takes on David Speedy Gonzalez.
This is where you got to lay it all on the line for your team. Remember, it's not about individuals here, it's about the team.
So Rami Ibrahim returns for the clash against alternate fighter David Gonzalez. Now guys, Gonzalez was the hero of the Tigers in their first playoff matchup by just surviving and allowing his team to pick up the victory. But he's got to do way more than that now. He needs a knockout.
Yeah, this is a tough one for Gonzalez. Look at that. Just as you spoke, it was a bit of a slip though there from Ibrahim.
Watch the red.
This Ibrahim's very powerful though. He's a dangerous kick. He's got great leg kicks.
He's gonna watch out though. Gonzalez got that beautiful kick to the head.
Both fighters just trading leather here.
Watch the red. Look. Watch that red. Stop. Stop. It's a warning. No throws. Fight.
There's a warning there. There's no throwing. Again, this is all hand-to-hand combating. Guys, if the New Jersey Tigers don't rally back and pull off the 3 straight knockouts here, it's not over for them. They'll still compete in the semifinals against the runner-up in the Western Division to battle for 3rd place.
There's Ibrahim with those leg kicks. He uses that left leg kick really well. Gonzalez had very strong hands, clinching now. Both fighters falling to the mat. Gonzalez looks strong though, Petey. He's holding up really well. Oh, look at that left front kick. Almost good. Ibrahim right on the chin. Oh, Gonzalez going for the knockout. This could be one of them, Todd, coming up right here for the New Jersey Tigers. 1 minute and 35 left in this match.
Oh, another kick to the head.
Beautiful. That left front kick of Gonzalez.
Can Gonzalez capitalize? Can he get one of 3 knockouts that the Tigers need?
He has to get that knockout, baby. He has to get a knockout.
Boy, and look at the resolve on David Gonzalez. He is absolutely going to try and get that knockout for the New Jersey Tigers. Ibrahim coming up well. There's that right leg kick again from Ibrahim. Gonzalez is after him now. Oh, and left hand nearly hit the mark there. Nearly caught Ibrahim on the chin.
Gonzalez looks like Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, guys. He's just stalking him here. He needs the knockout. Can he pull it off?
You know, there's every possibility. What have we got? 50 seconds left in this match. Gonzalez certainly taking the fight to Ibrahim. Ibrahim being smart, just keep those hands up.
There you go. Very smart, keeping his hands up. Got knocked out. Knocked out. Still got to finish this job here.
Oh, there you go. There was a right leg kick from Gonzalez, followed up with a left hand that took Ibrahim down. Standing 8 count. What have we got? 30 seconds left in this match. Let's see if Gonzalez again goes full throttle for his team, the New Jersey Tigers, and gets a knockout.
Clock is ticking away, though.
I see he needs to pull.
Oh, there you go.
Pull the plug and fire.
And Ibrahim holding on for dear life here, gentlemen. He cannot afford to give up the knockout.
10 seconds left to go. Oh, right kick again. Leg kick from Ibrahim. Oh, 5 seconds left. It's going to be tough. Gonzalez has got to do it. There's seconds left. A right hand from Gonzalez. Whoa. Man.
Close on the counts and horseshoes and hand grenades, but what an effort by David Gonzalez.
That was a phenomenal effort from Gonzalez. He really went out there to bat for the New Jersey Tigers. That was so close.
He made all the effort in the war, Richie. But you know what they say, when a man doesn't want to get knocked out, could be the hardest thing in the world for you to do is knock him out.
Yeah, well, and again, Ibrahim, very experienced and very tough. He's got great defense, and we saw it in action right there.
Let's go back to the action. It was Gonzalez on the hunt.
Oh, there's Gonzalez, a straight right hand. Just caught Ibrahim more in the temple than anywhere else, but put him down on the mat. Straight right hand to the body there by Gonzalez. Ibrahim with a right knee before he gets wrestled to the mat.
Oh, and that shook him quite well. A beautiful front ball kick to the chin. Followed him reeling.
Followed up with a left-right hand combination. Look at that. There's that fake right leg front kick by Gonzalez, followed up with that straight right hand again. Caught Ibrahim.
I mean, after all, he's just falling down on his own, you know?
We talked about the credit for Gonzalez, but also the toughness of Ibrahim, and there you have it. Gonzalez picks up the 15-6 victory. It's his first ever win in the WCL, and boy, it couldn't have come at a better time. He helps the Tigers turn things around. Let's hear more from David Speedy Gonzalez.
I went in there knowing that our team needed it, and I put everything I had out there. You know, I train in the gym just as hard as everybody else does. Push myself real hard. I'm like a maniac. This time I went out there and I really showed all my heart. I haven't been on a very winning streak lately, but maybe it's coming up for me now. It's not just my team, it's my alternate, Shannon Maceo. So he got hurt out there, and I really look up to him. I want to get back out there and give that guy the hurt he put on him.
Here you see Patrick Barry. His leg kicks are like a chainsaw, but he takes on Gerald Miller, King Kong, who's looking to help the Tigers climb to the top of the Empire State Building that is the Eastern Conference of the WCL. The big boys go at it next. We're back for more of the Eastern Conference Finals in the Freeman Coliseum in San Antonio, Texas. And who doesn't love a big-time heavyweight slugfest? As Patrick Barry, he's been chopping down opponents like trees, but he's got a big redwood standing in front of him. 19-year-old Gerald Miller, he's 6'3", 235 pounds. But Patrick Barry so far has been up to the task. This man has proven such a valuable weapon for New York. He has been virtually unstoppable. Richard, his overall fighting experience from around the world really paying off. Very impressive in the first half.
Oh, what an incredible, you know, as we said, that K1 kickboxing background with those devastating leg kicks did exactly what he needed to do. This is a powerful, powerful fighter for the New York Clash.
So he'll take on Gerald Miller, an alternate fighter. So Pete, no surprise here. John James not coming back out for the second half. Did not want any more of those leg kicks.
No surprise on that. Let's see how Miller deals with this.
Yeah, look at Barry going straight to work with those powerful leg kicks, finishing off with a right kick to the body with the ribs of Gerald Miller. Oh, there it is again. And you watch, if he follows the pattern, Pete, he's going to start going to the head with those same powerful kicks. Gerald Miller trying to line up a knee there. There's Patrick Barry coming back with that right leg kick and left to the body. There's that powerful right leg kick again.
This kid's got a beautiful leg kick, and yeah, the only chance Miller has, right? The only chance Miller has here. Oh, Miller seems tough. A tough kid with his hands.
Gerald Miller's very tough. Lynching there, driving the knees in, trying to stop him.
Wow, he caught him with a big uppercut too. Did Gerald King Kong Miller?
Gerald Miller just hanging in, look at him gesturing to the crowd. He says, I'm here. Oh, look at that. Caught Patrick Barry right in the chin with that shot. Right knee from Gerald Miller. Patrick Barry, he's on the defensive here right now, Petey.
He's shaking, baby, but not stirred. And let's see him. Let's see if he can get him point. There you go. Go right back to those low kicks.
Look at Gerald Miller though for the New Jersey Tiger. Oh, Patrick Barry just caught him on the chin with a nice left hand. There's that powerful right leg kick.
I said go back to those low kicks, baby. Go back to those low kicks.
I think Miller might be running out of gas here, guys, a little bit.
Yeah, he slowed down considerably, no question about it. But look at Gerald Miller. He's not exactly jumping with joy either. Been there. What do we got? Minute and a half left to go in this. We're halfway through this match. Oh, there's that Patrick Barry leg kick again. But look at the uppercut, that right uppercut and left knee from Gerald Miller.
This is a fight for pride here for Miller. I mean, he's letting it all hang out, and this is for the team. He knows that the deficit that they face. And he's look at that. And everything with those leg kicks that keep coming.
We're sitting ringside. You should hear Patrick Barry's leg kick when it hits its mark. Oh, that's like thunder.
Again, he's fighting for the pride of that team. And look at that. I mean, he's taking those leg kicks and just burning right through them and just bringing everything he's got. This kid is fighting now on hard.
Inside a minute to go now, and this has been a battle, a war of attrition.
Gerald Miller trying to hang on there. Both guys feeling the pressure. Now Patrick Barry coming back a little stronger now in the final seconds. Oh, look at that inside leg kick then from Patrick Barry.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Richard, those leg kicks, just a sickening thud every time they connect.
Oh, it's like someone's chopping a tree down. Gerald Miller, though, look at that nice big loping right hand body of.
Did you see that shot, baby? Beautiful kick to the head. Barry just landed a beautiful kick to the head. Man, guess what? Didn't go anywhere. His legs are tough, his head's tough. Like I said, look at that. He's bringing the fight, baby. He's fighting on heart. Heart and heart alone. The pride of the team right here, baby. For the pride of the team, look at him go. Look at that. He's still in it, baby.
Right in his face. Look at this. Fireworks. Incredible tension at the end of this fight.
Can you say emotion?
Oh my God, baby. That was sweet. That is for the pride of the team.
Gerald Miller, only 19 years old. He's got some teenage angst, and he's got a heart as big as his nickname of King Kong. Unbelievable.
Right, he deserves that nickname, man. This kid is King Kong.
Phenomenal. Gerald Miller. Look at him getting the order behind him. Patrick Barry raising his hand, doing a little flex there, showing the guns.
And he's just dressed right now. Oh, man. Now let's look at the fights, baby.
Oh, look at that left hand from Patrick Barry there, finding his mark, followed with a right. Oh, look at that left to right from Gerald Miller. Uppercut, right uppercut from Gerald Miller. Oh, he used those knees well too, Pete. He's doing damage with those.
Use his hands and knees very well. I mean, look at this kid. He is bringing it. And right here, like I said, he's fighting for the pride of the team. He knows what the difference is about. And he's trying all he can to get that knockout.
Oh, there's Patrick Barry again with that right thunderous leg kick to the leg of Gerald Miller. But Miller doing a phenomenal job hanging in there with some of the likes of.
If Miller pulls this off, what a huge feather in his cap. Personally, it will be. What a big victory it will be. And there you see it right in his face. Gerald Miller making a statement. He could be a future player in the heavyweight division. What an upset. Gerald Miller pulls it off, and that's gotta feel good.
That's a phenomenal victory for Gerald Miller. I mean, all we've talked about is the powerhouse of Patrick Barry, and here's Gerald Miller for the New Jersey Tigers with a win.
With a big win, Ray. I tell you what, this kid came in there. He poured his heart. I think he really impressed the judges with his toughness.
My job is to go in there, work, put 100% in, and don't back down. That's what I don't do. I will come in, and that's what I want to do. It's my job. So I'm glad to be here. We got to keep fighting till it's over. You never know, it's WCL. They will turn right back around and go the other way. I clapped him. I'm the 19-year-old that clapped him, so he knows who the man is. Point blank, period.
A great upset victory by Gerald Miller, and the Tigers now have Uriah Hall coming up in action. And what an incredible season he has had. Undefeated. Recently, we sat down
fighting
with
for
Hall.
the New Jersey Tigers, Uriah Hall.
But I didn't really step in the ring until I think I was, 19? It was then that I kind of saw my potential. I never thought in a million years I would be this far, and I thank God for giving me the opportunity. I'm going to use it.
Exploding in the combat zone at age 23, Uriah made a name for himself in a bloody battle against the Enforcers.
And now I'm at another level. I'm going to give everything I got. Do your stuff. Keep it simple. Keep it basic. Go out there and kick some butt.
And kicking butt is just what he did against the toughest man in the league.
He is Arman Birkanov.
I mean, the guy looks big and strong. You know, he hits like he has bricks in his gloves. We basically fought for pride, basically. It was a good match. I still have a headache from that. I really do. That's how hard this guy hits.
And after the break, this man, Brandon Banna, is going to find out just how hard Uriah Hall hits. We've got more great action from San Antonio as the Eastern Conference Finals continue right after this. Welcome back to the Freeman Coliseum in San Antonio, Texas. And the New Jersey Tigers seem to have kind of found their stride. Can Uriah Hall help them cap what could be one of the greatest comebacks in WCL history? He takes on Muay Thai specialist Brandon Banna. Banna now making his way to the combat zone, and he has got to try and halt this momentum that the Tigers are currently enjoying.
Brandon Banna coming in for the New York Clash. I mean, he's coming in with the WCL record of 0-2.
So Brandon Banna in for Jamie Fletcher, who had a strong showing earlier, but can Banna now answer the riddle that is Uriah Hall?
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one for Banna, but let's see what he can do. The New York Clash, of course, you know, well ahead at this point. New Jersey Tigers just fighting for pride.
Great strategy. Right away, so I'm attack the leg.
Yep. Get the respect for those leg kicks. Make the fighter a little nervous to lift those legs, otherwise you're going to get chopped down. Look at the confidence of Uriah Hall. Did you see how fast that right hand of his is?
Again, totally confident.
Jumping, spinning. He says, I'll put the fear into you.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, though. Got to be careful. He nearly ran into a shot. It was a slip.
Ruled a slip. And again, guys, how athletic is Uriah Hall for a man of his size?
Oh, incredibly athletic. Look at this. And the power of his punches and the speed for a man this big. 6'1", 195 pounds.
Guys, he's doing beautiful, but check Banna out. I think he found a little secret here. Again, stick to the legs. Now, earlier when Uriah fought Fletcher, some damage was done to that leg. I saw a little bit of wincing.
She banned it with his own. That was a beautiful left round kick to the head of Uriah Hall. Brandon Banna showing some good dexterity with the leg. Going for the legs again, like you said, Petey, trying to just slow that Uriah Hall's mobility down a bit.
Yeah, Brandon Banna, guys, has about 7 years experience in Muay Thai and showing it with those effective leg kicks.
You know, for me, he's got to be very careful of walking up on Uriah Hall. Man, when Uriah Hall lets go, his hands go, Petey, he's got such a speed and power.
Again, there goes Banna working those legs, Uriah Hall, I see him trying to pull something out of the bag here now. He's looking in that magic basket, looking to pull something out.
There you go, the referee told you, you've got to fight. Both fighters are just stalking each other, but you've got to throw legs.
There you go, baby. Keep working those legs.
Oh, did you see that? That came from outside the auditorium.
Look at this. Now Uriah Hall's picking it up because he knows he has to. But he may run into something with this Banna now. This kid can fight. Banna can fight now.
Yeah, Uriah Hall missing with most of those shots. Thank goodness, by the way, because they are loaded.
Both men keeping their hands awfully low. That is a recipe for a knockout.
But with either of them in this stage, absolutely. So easy to run into that one shot that's going to put you down for the count.
I say totally, definitely. There you go. Banna's got Uriah's respect. He's totally got his respect, and I think he did that with those low kicks.
Pete, it'd be nice to see Banna come back with some more. There you go. I was just going to say, he should come back with some more leg kicks, and he threw that right leg, scored well on Uriah Hall. Oh, nice right to the body there by Brandon Banna. Beautiful shot.
Whoa!
Oh, he caught Uriah Hall again.
He's got his respect.
Look at that. Oh, the power of it. Again, when you're throwing leather the leg, you're open to it. And when you get such a powerful puncher like Uriah Hall, you get caught. And that's exactly what happened to Brandon Banna, down on the mat, and that's it.
This kid can punch. Uriah Hall can punch. That punch came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It was an arm punch that took his man out.
And the speed of this Uriah Hall.
Just when it looked like we're gonna have a big upset here this evening.
But Brandon Banna looked great. I mean, beautiful leg kicks, you know, and a great left leg round kick to the head himself in his arsenal.
Now getting back to his feet is Banna. Yeah, he gave it a great effort. But in the end, that all too familiar victory lap for Uriah Hall.
Uriah looking over to the founder, Chuck Norris. Obviously getting the nod. What a phenomenal performance. Look at, we talk about athleticism.
Let's take a look, a little break into Electric Boogaloo, but let's see how he got the win here, gentlemen.
Nice spinning back kick, jumping spinning back kick from Uriah Hall. Missed the mark, but Dev Bandit's good with his own right hand. It was real to push. Mixing up. Oh, nice right knee there from Uriah Hall. Look at those hands, though. He's missing a little bit with the mark there. He's swinging them pretty wide there, Petey.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that right hand, though. Right on the mark. Just right on. There it is again.
A winging right hand. Look at that. Wing outside.
Beautiful. Yeah, Brandon Bandit says, come on, hit me. And Uriah says, oh, okay, here's one.
Yeah, Uriah Hall was all too glad to oblige there.
Absolutely.
A big 15-0 point swing, and with that knockout victory, Hall has in fact put New Jersey within reach of what would be a miraculous comeback. Let's hear more from Uriah Hall.
That was incredible. I mean, that dude was tough. I was like, oh my God. I keep giving this guy a lot of stuff and he's taking it. So when he gave me that option, I was like, thank you. And I took it.
And then there was one fight to go with a shot at the championship hanging in the balance. It's Jeannie Baker taking on Melissa Bopp as the World Combat League Eastern Conference Finals come to a close right after this.
There was that left hand, again a little more of a push, but put Jeannie Baker down for the 8 count.
A valiant attempt at a comeback by the New Jersey Tigers. There you see a 15-7 victory for Bopp, very impressive. But the story of the night is that the unlikely New York Clash will be moving on, and they will battle the winners of the Western Conference champions to battle for the World Combat League champions. Who would have thunk it?
How deserving is that for the New York Clash? They put everything on the line tonight. Phenomenal with the help of newcomers like Hahn. I mean, what a debut that kid made.
Now, Coach, I gotta say, months ago, no one thought that this New York team could pull this off. You were just 1 week away from competing in the World Combat League Finals. What are your thoughts on that? How did you get here tonight?
Well, I think it came with the players that we have, just giving them they had the heart, okay, not underestimating anybody. We came in not winning a single fight in the season, single game in the season, and we pulled it off. We pulled it off when it counts, okay? That's what champions are about. Fight's not over in the first round, it goes till the end. And that's what it's about. We come right to the champion.
Mike, are you ready to take this home?
Oh, I'm ready.
One more time for Mike Conroy and the New York Clash.
One half of the championship puzzle is now in place, and it's the most unlikely of suspect. The New York Clash winless in the regular season, and now they have a chance to battle for the WCL championship.
And all started off by Ibrahim Khan for the New York Clash. One knockout followed by another knockout. 30 points for the New York Clash. What an incredible debut for that kid.
Incredible debut, but what about Santiago? This kid came out here, she was doing a great job. Got hurt, we all saw that, but she went on to win this thing on heart and a lot of skill.
So she's going to be a question mark going into the finals, but for now, the carriage of the Cinderella New York Clash keeps rolling on, and it's heading to Tulsa. For Richard Norton, Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham, and everybody at the World Combat League, I'm Todd Kennelly, and we'll see you next time.